What's a misconception about EDS? Well, one is that if you know one of us, you know all of us, which of course isn't true. It's just another variation of if you hear hooves, think horses, not zebras. I've had people say to me, um, "Oh, I have a friend who has EDS and she's fine." As very dismissive, in with an intent, I think, to be positive and uplifting. And it's like, well, how nice for your friend. That's not me. And please tell your friend that there are some people who have EDS who are not fine, because it's important that we not invalidate each other's experience just because one person is doing seemingly better than another. Another misconception is when someone sees you with a cane one day and not the next, and they think, "Oh, hallelujah, she's cured." But this is a disorder where, you never know one day from the next. You may need a wheelchair and then not need a wheelchair. And then, of course, if you're not using the wheelchair, then everyone thinks you're faking it. So it's a lot of challenges. And I guess the third misconception is that this is just a disorder of being flexible, that you're just a really flexible person, like a contortionist, and that is also not the case. Some people with different types of EDS actually are not flexible. They can get rigid as they get older, and they aren't as hypermobile because there's several different types of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and not all of them are hypermobile, but I do believe they all are affected by the connective tissue disorder. Connective tissue is all throughout our bodies, from our eyeballs to our toes, our teeth, our internal organs, everything. Every single system in the body has the potential to be affected when you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So we do need a lot of compassion. And if you are someone who has been judged for with a misconception, please give yourself the compassion. We get to teach people how to treat us by saying, that's actually very dismissive, and that's not my experience. And I appreciate your compassion for what I go through, because everybody in the world goes through something. All right, be well. This is Sage Justice from Sage Words.